Hello and welcome to another video. So while I flip through the various things that I kind of pull from for this spread, I do want to say that it feels like it has been forever since I sat down to do any kind of video editing, and it kind of has. I set up my videos for last week over the weekend, and then I started my new job and did not touch YouTube. I completely forgot that one of my videos didn't have a thumbnail on it. It has been a wild week. So even though I put together this spread, I honestly did not refer back to it. I forgot it was here because from day to day, it was all I could do to keep track of all my meetings, when I had to go to Zoom and when I had to be there in person, and then in little bits and pieces start to actually get together things for my courses and things that weren't for meetings, and wrap my head around what was expected of me, what wasn't. It was so wild. So put together this spread, did not look at it basically at all. I think I looked at it maybe on Monday, and then that's the end. However, I am really happy with how it turned out, and I think that I did some fun things. So I wanted to play around with the vertical column layout. Plum Paper has a very similar layout in just their lineup, and I never think about using that because I kind of feel like the columns are going to be way too small. But this week, in part because I knew it was going to be super busy and I probably wouldn't come back in here to put a lot of stuff in, I thought that I would try the column layout, because even if it's too narrow, I still have my daily pages. My daily pages never fail me. So I experimented with this 4-column layout. I divided the pages off camera, and then as you can see here, I've started to lay out everything. And I started with the idea that I wanted to use some of my leftover Plum Paper monthly stickers, but then I really strayed from that because I noticed that the lavender color in I think it was the May kit, actually matched fairly well with the lavender and periwinkle colors in the latest Simply Gilded subscription box, and I just got that, so it was sitting out on my desk and I hadn't really put it away. So I had access to all the washi tape really easily, and I was just like, I guess I'll pull that in here. And before I knew it, it was a completely different spread, and I was basically using my Simply Gilded kit. But that's fine. It all worked out. So I put washi on the top and washi on the bottom. I like doing that because I feel like it gives the spread a border. It's not I don't know, it just feels contained, but not too contained. It would be weird to me if I outlined my pages with a pen and it was just one big box. But to have this washi tape there, it eases into the spread because it's a border, but it's also a decorative element. I don't know, maybe that's weird, but that's the way I think of it. And then at the top, I put down my date dots from the kit, and then these date script stickers. They are from a printable shop. I do not remember which one, but I do really enjoy them. And I've printed so many of these sheets that I'm actually somehow already almost out of them again, and I need to print them out once more. Then, to kind of give myself a header but not have another long strip all the way across the top like I do with the vine washi at the very top, I made these little flags out of some 5mm washi tape, and that took forever, but it was just a nice thing to do. It didn't take a ton of effort, it just took a lot of time, so it was pretty meditative, and I just put down all my flags, and that was fun. And that sets up my main base. And so I put my sidebar over on the left hand side, used the Don't Forget sticker from my Plum Paper kit, one of the very few ones I actually got to, and then laid down these scalloped heart stickers. So these scalloped heart stickers I made myself from some designs that I'd seen around Instagram but weren't for my planner. So I made these to fit the Erin Condren horizontal planner because I used it for about 6 months in 2018, maybe 2017. It was a long time ago. And I made these, and then I thought they were so cute, and I was sure I was going to stay in the Plum Paper, so I ended up just making so many of them. I printed pages and pages of these little scallop heart stickers and did not use them because I left that planner. However, they actually fit my plum paper planner very well, so I was very excited. The dot spacing on the dot grid sections are closer to 5mm, so they don't fit perfectly in here, but on the regular daily layout pages with my like to-do list section and stuff, they actually fit almost perfectly. So I have brought them into those spreads a little bit, and I really like to do that. So that's where those come from. They aren't from a shop. I kind of put them together and I like them. They do what I needed them to do. Then I broke up the don't forget section with another washi tape. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do at the bottom half of the sidebar quite yet. And then we start with Monday. So Monday was my first day back at work. I am at a new school. I am teaching some new courses, and we are in completely different times, right? The start of school has not ever been quite like it is right now, and so things are changing all the time. And I'm just trying to make sure I know what I'm supposed to do. So that's been interesting, but I start with a half box that I turned on its side because the biggest thing I wanted to mark for Monday is that new faculty orientation started then. And then I used this little girl from Fox and Pip holding her little coffee because she looks like she's working and I was going to go back to work. Then I marked that on Monday I had to be on campus from 8:30 to 3. That's when like all my meetings and things were, and they just expected me to be on campus. They wanted to kind of play around with faculty first, this idea of being half on campus and half remote, like a hybrid schedule that I know a lot of schools are considering doing if they're reopening. And so I was on campus some days and remote other days on this week. Really just one. We kind of drifted into being all on campus most of the time, but yeah, I wanted to make sure I knew when I was actually expected to be on campus and when I could afford to stay at home to take my meeting Zoom calls and things like that. Rounded off Monday with a checklist because I always love to have a reference checklist. I never know at the beginning of the week every single thing that I'm going to do, and so trying to make sure I have this icon or that icon or this box or that one for everything that I might have to do is way too much for me. I like having a checklist everywhere so that when I remember things later in the week, I can just jot them down. Then I marked my YouTube video for Monday, which went up actually on time and all put together, so that one went well. Tuesday I started off with a checklist just to vary where I was placing them and marked that that was a day where everything was remote, so I only had Zoom calls for my meetings and I didn't have to be on campus. Then Monday was also our month anniversary, so basically we take the 10th of every month to just do something fun. Usually it's make a fun dessert. Most of the time we're like careful with like our sugar and like not to eat too much like random stuff, but on the 10th of every month my boyfriend will bake something that he's been wanting to bake for a while but contains like a lot of sugar and that we've been avoiding, and then he makes it and then we like eat it on the 10th and then we go back to trying to be careful with sugar. So he made something called a Russian honey cake and it was so good. It's like this honey flavored cake that is baked into really thin layers that are separated with a like whipped cream frosting, and it's really good. It was too big for us and yet somehow we finished it over the course of the week. So yeah, it was good. Then on Wednesday I start with the note that this is another on-campus day. So Wednesday 8 a.m. to 3. That's actually wrong. It's 8:30 to 3. I don't know why I wrote 8 a.m. And then another checkbox. And then I marked that I wanted to put my first year teaching video up on Wednesday, but at the time of this filming, I hadn't like filmed it and I did not have time the rest of the week to film it or think about editing it or anything. So that didn't happen. It might not happen. I thought I could do 3 videos a week in August and move to 2 videos a week in September, but I might just have to cut stuff and I don't know. So I'm sorry if you were looking forward to that video, but I can't do 3 videos a week. So I don't know that I will actually ever get to that one. And I might just have to wait to do something some other time to kind of talk more about my actual teaching experience. So that video did not happen. And then on Tuesday, I decided to cut down one of these full boxes from the Simply Gilded monthly kit just to take up some space, because I didn't expect Tuesday to fill up much more, especially because it was a remote day and we're practicing really hard as a faculty to find balance with Zoom, right? Zoom is exhausting and we cannot expect ourselves or our students to be on it every single day, like all day, every day. So I did not expect to get a ton more meetings on Tuesday, and it was really just going to be me doing a few to-dos that I wanted to take care of. So I took up some space there. Started Thursday by noting that that's the day all faculty returned, right? Because the first half of the week I had been in new faculty orientation, but by Thursday, everybody was back. And that was it. That was like the only important thing for Thursday. So I filled it in with another full box and then another checklist. And I moved on to Friday, where I knew I wanted to have my July Fairy Loot unboxing, and that was prepped over the weekend. So it actually went up, except for the thumbnail, which I just forgot to do. The last thing I wanted to make sure I marked on Thursday was the hours I was expected to be on campus, 8 a.m. to 3:30. At this point in this last half of the week and towards next week, faculty are asked to be on campus if at all possible to like get used to being on campus and the different social distancing measures that we have to take and like sanitizing procedures and stuff, so that if we are able to get students on campus, we know them well enough and are used to them enough that we can model them and actually enforce them. Because some of the things are just, they're really hard to remember consistently. Like, what does 6 feet look like and how do you stay 6 feet from someone while you're trying to talk to them? Because you tend to drift closer to people, especially if it's like the beginning of the year, you're like meeting new people. And I have had to resist the urge to shake someone's hand like 10 times. So it's really important that if we ever want to have students on campus, we have to know what we're doing like really well. So I'm on campus when I can be, and it's just, I also work better outside of the house. So if I can be in my classroom, which is so nice because I used to work at a desk in a like office with like 5 other teachers, and now I work in like a classroom, and it's super cool because it's so much quieter, and like if I'm the only one in there, I can get a lot of good work done. So I'm enjoying that. Over on the weekend, I wanted to put this really big half moon sticker seal thing because honestly, I never use these like ever. I don't know where to put them. I don't know what to do with them. So I put that there. And then I used this extra weekend banner from one of my plum paper kits to just mark that it was the weekend, and really just made that little section really decorative because I didn't expect that I would add a lot of things to the weekend. I knew that I would be tired by the end of the week and likely wasn't going to do a ton of extra stuff, which was true. I actually didn't look back at this spread most of the week. So glad I set that all out at the beginning, pulled in more of the deco around the moon, and especially tried to cover up the red flowers because red wasn't really anywhere else in the spread, but they were in this weekend banner. So I eventually worked to cover those up a bit. Starting Saturday by marking that it's laundry day. It's when I tried to do laundry, and I actually did it this week. Last week I completely skipped it, and things got weird. I started to run out of like nice clean clothes. So Saturday, it was really important that that was a laundry day, and I did it. Then I marked that I also called my parents on Saturday, and I was able to video call them while I was working in my classroom because the building was open Saturday for teachers to like prep things, and that was nice because I was able to like show them around a little bit. So that was fun. Then another checklist, a little don't forget sticker on Sunday, which is ironic because I forgot I had put it there. And then on Saturday, I'm reminding myself that that's when I film my Plan With Me's, and I actually did that. So by the time the weekend got here, I was able to kind of regroup, and now knowing what to expect more or less from like my daily schedule and how it makes me feel, I feel like I can better keep up with my planners next week. At least that's the goal, because I felt like I was just going day to day via momentum and like falling through the week. And that's not really what I want to do. That's why I have all my planners. So hopefully next week works out a little better. But yeah, so this is basically my spread. And thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.